John, how long have you been playing with the Bellhops?
With the Bellhops, God, I can't even remember when the Bellhops started because it all merges into when the Bruce Band was around. So I don't know. I think that's going back to about 85 or something. I don't know.
I think the Bellhops started in 1990, and I think it would have been the Bruce Band
before then. Well, it must have been the Bruce Band. That's what I'm saying. It's all blended into one there. So,
right. What was your first? Do you remember your first gig with the band?
I do actually. Yeah, it was when it was only as a corporate thing for the Macquarie Bank, and we got Steve True playing harmonica. I think it was a bit of a one-off to see how it was going to go, and we threw together about 20 or 30 songs, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. And everyone basically said at the end of it, when are we going to do it again? So I think a band kind of formed by default somehow.
Yes, through demand, popular demand.
Well, yeah, we started getting some gigs out of that, so that was a lot of fun back then.
It's a good incentive. And what actually got you started with music in the beginning?
Oh, I think it was because I was such a skinny little nerd, and I thought it was a good way of picking up chicks.
And did that work?
No, it still hasn't. Still waiting.
And what else what were the side benefits through playing?
The side benefit? No, I really did get into music. It was a funny thing. I never really got into much music growing up, listening to How Much the Doggy in the Window and things like that in the 50s and 60s. But it was really when I heard, I think it was probably one of the first things was probably Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh, right.
And I didn't know what 12 bar was, so I thought there was something really magical about that style of music. And I love that. Every song I seemed to like seemed to be 12 bar blues. I had no idea what 12 bar blues was. And when I started hearing Beatles when they came out, yes, I quite liked them. But it was all their old rock and roll stuff that I liked best. When the Rolling Stones came out, that's what I liked. And I had a friend who was actually into blues and been playing some of the Muddy Waters songs. I thought, I know that song. One of them was Can't Be Satisfied.
Right.
And by Muddy Waters, and they were doing it. I thought I was very impressed. So then I started listening to some of the old blues songs, and that's the sort of music that I still prefer to listen to. Still like that.
Oh, okay. So what's the story with your current instrument setup? What do you play with?
Well, still got an old 1960 Stratocaster, which I've had for many years. It was a bit beat up when I got it. It's even more beat up now. Varieties of amplifiers over the years. I've got to admit that I really do like the Fender DeVille amplifier that I'm using.
Yeah.
It's got a nice even sound. It seems to complement the Stratocaster. But oddly enough, I've never been one that liked effects units, but I've been using a Line 6 amp simulator for the last few years. I find that's very good. It seems to just give a bit more clarity on particularly between the bass and the treble. So I prefer using that. The funny thing is the amp simulator I use is basically the same amplifier I've got, but it gives me more ability to turn down, turn up.
Okay.
So a bit more control over it, I think. Yeah.
Good. And who do you listen to? Who are your favourite artists?
Oh, Rascals, there's so many of them over the years that influenced me in different ways. And if you asked me a year ago, I probably would have said someone different. But at the moment, I'm listening to a guy, Alex Schultz.
Okay.
I know that, I know that Ian knows him. Knows of him, rather.
For sure.
What I didn't understand was a few years ago we played it in Narooma, and I was in a hurry to get back to Sydney, and I walked off stage and basically pushing everyone out of the way, pushing people off stage, and someone told me he was literally on right after us, and I probably pushed him out of the way and brushed past him. And
you could have listened to him.
Very nice guitars, very, very tasteful, beautiful sound, and plays a lot of semi-acoustic guitars, and it's one of the reasons I guess that I bought myself a Gibson 335 a year or so ago. It's just being influenced by him, because some of the things he's playing don't really work so well on the Stratocaster, but they work very well on the Gibson. But I'm nowhere near his range, but I certainly like listening to him and getting some ideas, stealing some ideas from him.
Good.
Matter of fact, I know when we did Bellhop Boogie, I think that Bellhop Boogie was based on everything by Alex Schultz, and we played that at that Narooma Blues Festival, and he must have been sitting there thinking, I've heard that riff behind, I've heard that one, I know that one too.
Well, you might have influenced him. You might have influenced him.
Well, that might be it. That might be it.
He stole your idea.
That's why I like his playing.
All right, well, thanks for that, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Terry.